Hi, y'all. Karma here. It's so nice to have you join me today to learn about dandelion. We're going to make dandelion tincture and dandelion magnesium lotion. So I hope you'll stay tuned and join us.
Know me. Take the time to dig deep underneath this red heat. We could really meet.
So today we're going to be learning about and working with dandelion. And as you know, I'm using the Apothecary Monthly box to do these videos to introduce you to some of the different herbs. I think it's the best herbal monthly box that there is. It comes with everything you need minus the alcohol because they can't ship with the alcohol. So it comes with the seeds and the soil puck so that you can grow your own herb, and then everything you need to make at least one of the projects in the book, as well as recipes for several others. All the subscription information will be in the video description, and we are lucky enough to have a discount code of KARMA, and that gives you 10% off of your subscription when you order. And that code will also be pinned in the comments section below, along with a link to their box. And the box is $47.45 a month. It's $39.95 plus $7.50 shipping. So I hope you'll get this box and join me as we make these projects. Comment below if you get the box and let me know if you've made this project and how you liked the product. So in this box, they have an amazing booklet that comes, and we're going to read some of the information that they have. They have growing and harvesting, how to create your infused oil to make your lotion, and then they also have a recipe for the dandelion tincture and dandelion tea, as well as all their references. So dandelion, to the ancient Greeks and Romans, it was a symbol of the sun and summer. The Chinese used it to treat intestinal diseases, while Native Americans used it as a diuretic. And while many people today don't know much about it, dandelion has been used medicinally for centuries. The leaves, flowers, and roots of the dandelion are used to make medicine. The history of dandelion use dates back to ancient times. The first recorded use of dandelion was in the year 100 AD, when the Roman physician Pliny the Elder wrote about its medicinal properties. Dandelion has been used in traditional Chinese medicine and in Native American healing tradition for centuries. Today, dandelion is available in many different forms, including capsules, tablets, teas, tinctures, and extracts. It can also be found in some topical products for skin conditions. Dandelion is the most commonly used herb for digestive problems such as indigestion, heartburn, and constipation. It is also used for urinary tract disorders, liver problems, diabetes, water retention, and high blood pressure. Some people use dandelion to treat skin conditions such as eczema and acne. While more research is needed to confirm the medicinal benefits of some of the more lofty medicinal claims, such as its anti-cancer effects, this humble plant is definitely worth adding to your natural health arsenal. The science. Some test tube studies note significantly reduced markers of inflammation in cells treated with compounds extracted from dandelion. Dandelion root supports growth and maintenance of healthy gut bacteria, contains high levels of beta carotene, which may protect against cell damage and oxidative stress, and reduced markers of inflammation in cells. Dandelion has been shown to decrease triglyceride accumulation in fat cells and reduce total cholesterol, may lower blood pressure, and promote liver health. Traditional uses. The first known written record of dandelions being used medicinally dates back to the 10th century. Dandelion was used by Native Americans for kidney disease, swelling, skin problems, heartburn, and upset stomach. The Chinese used it for stomach problems, appendicitis, and breast problems, inflammation, and lack of milk flow. In Europe, it has been used to relieve fever, boils, eye problems, diabetes, and diarrhea. Other uses include loss of appetite, flatulence, gallstones, bile stimulation, laxative, diuretic, circulatory tonic, skin toner, and digestive tonic. And the potential risks. Dandelion is likely safe for most people when consumed in the amounts commonly found in food. It is possibly safe when taken in larger amounts. Dandelion might cause allergic reactions, stomach discomfort, diarrhea, or heartburn in some people. People with eczema seem to have a higher chance of having an allergic reaction to dandelion. Like always, consult your healthcare provider if pregnant or breastfeeding. Dandelion might slow blood clotting and lower blood sugar. Avoid use if you have kidney problems. So we're going to start out with the tincture here. And with the tincture, we're going to put it, I'm using a dark bottle because it's going to sit in a dark, cool place for a month. And I like to use the moon cycle to do that. Just so I know when they're ready, and you want to go and shake it and show it love as well. So we're going to put 1 part of the dandelion herb dried here to 4 parts of alcohol. You do want to use the dried herb because sometimes when you use the fresh herb, it can cause mold and stuff sometimes. So let's get the dandelion out. There we go. 1 to 4. Oops. There we go. Spilling everything. And then I'm going to go ahead this time and use a vodka. You just anything that's 80 proof. And I do like to use brandy a lot just because I prefer the taste. I am not an alcohol person anyway. Thank goodness we're not really drinking too much of it, but I don't like alcohol. But it does make for some good, strong herbal medicine through tinctures. And then I like to put a wax paper over mine. It just helps protect my lids and stuff from rusting. Put that on there. And we're going to screw this down tight. And then again, and I do label them so that I know when they're ready. And you're just going to shake them each day and show them some love. And then I have these 2 tincture bottles ready when they're done. Now, I'm going to show you another tincture that I have ready just so you can see me straining it. So this is actually the mullein tincture that we made in another video. It's been sitting there for a month, so it's ready to strain and go in its bottles. And they do give you a straining bag. I've got an older one here that I've washed because you can reuse them. And I just turn them inside out when I wash them. So then we're just going to pour this in here and strain out all the herb. And you do want to try and get all the herb in there as much as you can. And you're just going to take this and strain it, get all the liquid out. And remember, the last little bits of liquid in there probably are the strongest, so you want to do your best to get every little bit out that you can. Okay, we'll wash this up. Got a little apron here. So we'll start with the little bottle. There's usually too much, so I always make 1 extra bottle as well. We're just going to pour it in here. Don't want to fill it too far up because you got to fit the little stopper in there. Okay, so that one's all ready to go. And you can see there's almost a full bottle there as well. So that little bottle makes a lot of tincture. And then I'll use this one and leave this one till last, just because it's the pretty one with the label on that they did. So that is how you will finish up your tincture when it's ready. This is our tincture. I'm just going to set it over here while we get ready to make the rest of our product. Now, we started out at creating the infused oil. I did that earlier, so I'm going to insert the video of that here. It had to sit infusing in the almond oil for 2 hours in the crock pot, and then it had to cool for 2 hours. So we are now ready with our oil, ready to go. So for those of you that are interested, we're going to go a little bit more in depth with some of the things I've learned through my naturopath about dandelion. There are chapters in the video, so feel free to skip this part if it's too in depth for you, but it shouldn't be, and you'll start to pick up the words and start to learn. So dandelion, or Taraxacum officinale, and remember, anything with officinale in it means that it is in the official Materia Medica, so it's an herb used there. The energetics, it's a cool and drying herb. It's detoxifying, regenerating, and system regulating. The properties, it's an alternative, which means it's a blood purifier. It's a bitter or a digestive. It's a cholagogue, which means it stimulates the flow of bile. It's a digestive tonic, a diuretic, which means it will increase the flow of urine, a hepatoprotective, which hepato means liver, so it's a liver protector, a laxative, a nutritive, and a galactagogue, which means that it will promote or enrich milk production for nursing mothers. It was commonly thought to be one of the bitter herbs recommended in the Bible, and the root can be roasted like a coffee substitute. It has a milky sap that's been used for warts and to fade age spots. It's also known as puffball or lion's tooth because of the appearance of its leaves. For those of you interested in the magical properties, the gender is masculine, the planet is Jupiter, and the element is air. The powers are divination, wishes, and for calling spirits. Druidic lore says you dream of a dandelion, it's an indication of difficult times ahead. To find out how long you will live, blow off the head of the seeds. You will live as many years as there are seeds left. You know how it gets to be the puffball and you can blow the seeds and they go everywhere. To tell time, blow the seeds, and the numbers of seeds left is the time. Now, I have to admit, those two, not quite sure I'd put my money on, but that is the magical lore. You make an infusion to promote psychic powers and place it by your bedside to call out spirits. To send a message to a loved one, blow the seeds in their direction. That's a little bit of the advanced stuff that I'm learning in my naturopath. And let's get back then to creating this lotion. Dandelion Magnesium Lotion. Have you ever found yourself in need of something to soothe an aching back, leg cramps, or restless legs? If you're anything like us, the answer is emphatically yes. This month's project is designed to specifically tackle those nagging aches that we would never see a medical professional for, but nevertheless, they are a daily fixture in our lives. Dandelion has traditionally been used for their mild analgesic properties, meaning pain relieving. They are added to products designed for muscle pain and other aches and pains. In addition, many people do not get enough magnesium in their diet, leading to problems like leg cramps and headaches. One way to get more is through applying magnesium oil to the skin. Although almond oil can cause some drying and irritation in some people, this can be negated by mixing it in a cream or lotion with aloe. Together, along with the soothing scent of lavender, we think you're going to absolutely love this one. So first we created the oil, which we have here. Then it says combine the dandelion oil with the emulsifying wax in a heat-resistant jar. And here's the emulsifying wax. And I don't know, probably less than a ½ ounce. So first we've got to strain our oil. And they did give us a bag to do that, along with our 2 tea bags. Dandelion tea is yummy. Squeeze all that good infused oil. You know me, you got to get every last drop that you can. The last drop's got to be the most potent, I'm sure of it. Now with this oil, you can go wash it off, and I try and wipe off some, and then I rub the rest into my hands because it's yummy infused with good stuff. Wipe off a little bit, and rub the rest in. That's why I love making all these products. My hands see lots of love. Okay, let's get this out of our way. So then it says to combine it in a heat-resistant jar. So I just grabbed a pint jar. Make sure we get all that goodness. Okay, so we're going to pull the emulsifying wax in. Let me kind of show you just to see, so you can see how much it is. And these are just the little flakes that you can buy. So that's about, so a good tablespoon. Okay. And then it says we're going to take this and put it in a pan with 1 to 2 inches of water, medium heat to low. And so we're going to set this right back in here, let those melt. And then it says in a separate jar, so it says although the magnesium oil is called oil, it's actually water-based. And so we're going to do these separate. So we're going to put the magnesium oil . And then it's calling for 5 teaspoons of distilled water. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the aloe vera gel. That's already pre-measured for us. And it's 1 tablespoon. And then it says we're also going to heat this up, and we're just going to watch for these to melt. And it says when they melt, then this should be about the right temperature. Okay, we just finished, and our oil is now, all the emulsifying wax is out. So now we're going to pour it into this heat-resistant bowl. And then we're going to pour the other solution, which has our magnesium oil, 5 teaspoons of distilled water, and a tablespoon of aloe vera gel. And it's going to emulsify and kind of turn a yellowy liquid. And it says we're going to stir that. Here's what we have. And then they said that we need to let it sit for 5 minutes. We're going to stir it occasionally for about 30 seconds at a time. So I'm going to stir about every minute, just while they said you can put it in a bowl of ice water and that will help, but we're just going to let it kind of do it naturally. And we're going to add our essential oils and our preservative after it's cooled down. You don't really want to put essential oils into a hot liquid because it can disintegrate some of the properties of the essential oils. When you see me making ointments and stuff, I'll pour the essential oils into the tin. My naturopath instructors have kind of helped me to see that the tin is cold, and when you pour the warm ointment or salve or whatever you're making onto it, it will cool it down enough that it shouldn't hurt those oils. So that's usually how I add my oils. So it is starting to get a little bit thicker. Now it does say that it will also get thicker over the next 24 hours. So it's not quite as thick. Okay, so it's cooled down quite a bit and it is starting to emulsify or get thicker. It's still not really thick like a cream, but I'm going to go ahead because it says it will continue to thicken for the next 24 hours. So we're going to put our lavender drops in. And again, with any essential oils, you can add more essential oils, you can add less lavender, more lavender, you can add other oils if you want. It's all up to your preference. And I love the essential oils, so I added every bit that they had. Now I'm going to add the preservative, so it will stay longer than a week in the fridge. Mix that all in there. And then we're going to pour it into our jar. Get a little spatula to make sure and get all of it out. We're just going to pour it into our jar. Oh man, filled it all the way up. And I have a little bit left over. Put that in something small. This is even going to mess this up. I'm going to leave it out anyway to cool off, and then I'll have to use a little bit of that top before I put this in so it won't spoogie all over. And I'm going to put this in another, just a little container so that I can use it and not waste any of the product. So I've got this little bit in here. It's not quite hardened enough yet, but oh my gosh, y'all. It smells so good like lavender, and it is beautiful on your skin. Ah, I'm going to love using that. Smells so good. Oh, That's amazing. I'm going to love this. I will be making this recipe again, I can tell. So what did you think of dandelion? Tell me in the comments below one thing you learned about dandelion today in this video that you didn't know before you started watching. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget, if you haven't yet, give this video a thumbs up. I'm always a little perplexed because out of about 50 viewers, I only get 6 or 7 thumbs up. So if there's any suggestions you could give me on how to make my videos better so that you'll want to give it a thumbs up, write that in the comments below too. I'm always learning and growing as we're learning and growing together. I hope you have an amazing day, and remember, come back often to the channel where you can say, Karma's my friend. Bye, y'all.